Hey guys, welcome to another Tuesday edition of the Vinyl Den, your channel for record collecting by record collectors. My name is Nick. It's Tuesday, so it's time to talk new releases. We get a little over 350 titles that are coming out this Friday, July 29th. I got 11 of them I'm going to talk about today, though. Make sure you check out the links down below. There's a bunch of them down there. There's one for the Vinyl Den Facebook group. There's another one for our merch page. There's also links for the Spotify and Apple Music weekly playlist that we do, and also for the Patreon page. So make sure you check all that out. Of course, if you enjoy the episode, make sure you give me the old thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button down below. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you're notified every time I release new episodes. Like I said in the intro, a little over 350 titles coming out this week. I'm only going to talk about 11 of them, though. So if there's something I don't talk about on the show today, make sure you drop me a comment down below. Let me know what else is coming out. You know, sometimes I do miss some of the stuff that's being released. I will say that of the 11 albums I'm going to talk about today, if you're unable to find any of these in your local stores, I'll drop in the comments or in the show description. I'll put links for all the albums. The first one here, this is one that I'm a big Alkaline Trio fan. I have been for a long time. This is one I've never listened to. This is Alkaline Trio Hot Water Music Split EP that was released back in 2002. So this is the 20th anniversary release of this. And so Alkaline Trio does 3 tracks by Hot Water Music, and then Hot Water Music does 4 Alkaline Trio tracks. So it's kind of cool. I do like some of those split releases. I do have I don't know who did the split with them, but it was I think it was a No Effects Rancid split that I've got from back in the 90s. So definitely a cool one. It's going to rate $26 though. So for what is it, 7 tracks? You know, it's I guess it's not too badly priced. I will say that it looks like from the picture, you can see, I don't know if it's like a translucent black or gray or what it is, but it doesn't look like it's a solid color. So that's definitely an interesting one that, I might pick that one up. The next one, though, this is definitely one that I'm really looking forward to. I've had this one on pre-order for a while now. There's a couple of versions of this being released. This is the new, the latest solo effort from Eddie Vedder, Earthling. This is this was released back February of this year, and there is an indie exclusive that's like a translucent bluish green. Kind of goes along with the cover, which is quite a bit more than the standard release. So the indie exclusive is going to run you about $50, whereas the standard release, I think I picked it up. At least I pre-ordered it from. I don't remember who I pre-ordered it from, but I think I paid $38, $39. For the standard release. Even though I really like the indie exclusive, I couldn't pay the extra $10 for it. This is one of my favorite albums of 2022 so far, so I'm definitely looking forward to that one. It is a great album. This next one, though, it's kind of an interesting release. This is Goblin Zombie. So this is the soundtrack to the... So when Dawn of the Dead was released back in 78, there's 2 different versions of it. There's the standard version, and then Dario Argento, who was the financial backer for the movie, did his own cut, which is a little different than the standard release. And then Goblin did the soundtrack for it. So this is the soundtrack for Dario's release. It looks like it's on like a pinkish reddish kind of vinyl color, but it's gonna run you $31 online. It's if you're familiar with Goblin and some of the soundtracks that they did in the 70s, this is actually a really good one. I think it's really worth picking up. And then this next one, I know a bunch of people have been looking forward to this. This is Grateful Dead, Europe, 72. This is going to run you $68, which I guess isn't terrible when you consider it is a triple album. And this is celebrating the 50th anniversary of the Grateful Dead's iconic 1972 tour. This was newly remastered from the original analog tapes. It's this live album is widely regarded as one of the best live albums of all time, and over like a month and a half in 72, they did 22 or 23 different performances. So I think this is just a collection of all those. It is a really good album. It's a great live album. I don't know if I can drop $68 on it though, but if I can get it for a steal, I'll definitely pick it up. The next 2 releases are 2 albums that couldn't be any different. The first one, this is Jethro, Tull, Thick as a Brick. This is the 50th anniversary release, and this is I think this is just the reissue of the Steve Wilson remix. I'm not exactly sure. I know that I think I read somewhere, or maybe an Ian that told me that this might be a half-speed master release of it also. So definitely, depending on what it is, if it is a half-speed master, I'll definitely pick it up because it's one of my favorite Jethro Tull albums. It's a great, one of those great progressive rock albums, and it's only running $24, so not bad, not a bad price. The next one, though, like I said, very different from Jethro Tull. This is Nellyville. This is the 20th anniversary release of this album. I can't believe this album was released way back in 2002. It seems like it was just yesterday that I was listening to these tracks. But it's already $28, and this was the follow-up to his huge hit, Country Grammar. I think it came out 2 years. I think it was like 2000. I think when Country Grammar came out. I don't know, but I think this is the first time Nellyville has been available on vinyl. I couldn't see anywhere else online. I'm sure someone could drop me a comment down below and let me know if it has been released previously. But I'll definitely pick that one up. That's a great album. The next three are all albums I believe have never been available on vinyl also. These are 3 albums from early in Moby's career. If you don't know who Moby is, well, he's a really good electronic musician. You know, he's made a lot of great music over the last 30 years. But the first one, this is his debut album, first released in 1992, and it's on a black, white, and blue marble kind of vinyl. It's going to run you $28. And then his second album, which was released in 1993, Ambient, is going to be on clear vinyl. It's also going to run you $28. He's got another release coming out called Early Underground, which is kind of interesting. This is early tracks from Moby's career. Moby went by a couple of different names early in his career. I know he did, there's tracks on here from as Barracuda, Brainstorm, UHF, and Voodoo Child or some of those names. So these are some, I think it was previously released on CD. I don't think any of these have been available on vinyl. I will say that Early Underground is going to $33 if you want to pick that one up online. So if you guys have been watching the channel for a while, you know I'm a big jazz fan. And Blue Note does these classic series and Tone Poet series releases that have been just absolutely fantastic albums. That I picked up a lot of these over the last year or so, and have been really blown away by a lot of these albums. And so because of these 2 series, a lot of these are albums I probably would never picked up and listened to without Blue Note kind of going through and doing these releases. I said in a previous episode, I think it was last week or the week before, I said that they're kind of laying off on doing Tone Poet and Classic Series releases, I think, until October. And then I was actually wrong. The Tone Poet Series releases are on hold until October. They are still doing Classic Series releases. This month they're only doing one of them, though generally they release them in pairs. So this week you've got Sonny Clark, Dial S for Sonny. This was originally released back in 1957. I love Sonny Clark. I've got a couple of his albums. Definitely one I'm going to pick up. It's going to run you $24 online. He's got a great lineup on there. He's got Art Farmer's on here, Chris Fuller, Hank Mobley's on here. Just a great lineup. And of course, all these Tone Poet or all these Classic Series and Tone Poet releases are all remastered from the original analog tape. So it's going to sound absolutely fantastic. So I'm definitely looking forward to that one. And then this last one, this is the Offspring Greatest Hits. This was the RSD release from this year, actually, that is already being reissued. But the RSD release, I believe, was on colored vinyl, and this is going to be on black. It's going to run you $26 online. And I think when the RSD release came out, I think that was the first time it had been available on vinyl. So this was original release back in 2005. So it's got like that early period of the Offspring on there. It is a great greatest hits album, and I do have the RSD release, so I'll at least pass on that one. But if you're an Offspring fan, it's definitely a great one to grab. Well, that's all I got for this week, guys. Thanks for checking the show out. Like I said, I talked about 11 albums on here of the 350 plus that are being released, so drop me a comment down below. Let me know what you guys are looking forward to. Let me know if I missed anything. I'm definitely looking forward to that Eddie Vedder album. It is a fantastic album if you haven't checked it out yet. But if you enjoyed the episode, make sure you give me a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button down below. And that's all I got. Until next time, keep on spinning. Peace.